In 1975, ECOWAS was established as a regional organization for economic integration across West Africa. 2 decades later, in 1999, the ECOWAS heads of state formally agreed to implement an early warning system to help prevent conflict in the region. This was the genesis of the ECOWAS Early Warning and Response Network, or ECOWAN, whose purpose is to identify and monitor risks and vulnerabilities that could lead to crisis. For this, the ECOWAS Early Warning Directorate conducted a series of intensive field missions in all the 15 member states to produce the Country Risk and Vulnerability Assessment, the CRVAs. And this is their story.
Vous savez, la paix et la sécurité conditionnent le développement dans tous nos États, les 15 États membres de la CEDEAO.
Today, of course, we have a better way of looking at issues, much deeper, on issues, that are affecting human security in the West African region, and we are able to respond better to it.
Diverse and expansive, the 15 member states of the ECOWAS community represent over 350 million people. From arid desert to tropical rainforest, the region is full of developing urban and rural landscapes.
So for me, the presence of having a strong regional organization is a big advantage for stability and progress.
Over the last 2 decades, the ECOWAS community has progressed in raising the standard of living for millions.
It's just like synergy, brothers and sisters working together.
But without peace and security, you cannot be talking of development.
For ECOWAS to prevent conflict, that's really the priority number 1.
Terrorism is a major concern.
Personal security, state security,
disease surveillance, epidemics, pandemics, disease outbreaks.
The transhumance issue is quite high on the agenda.
The farmer herders conflict.
There's one thing that's common to all our countries in West Africa, that's flooding.
Natural disasters.
Small arms and light weapons trafficking.
However, the next question might be, how are we overcoming those kind of issues?
This is where early warning and ECOWAS as a whole comes in handy.
On ne peut pas parler de prévention de conflit s'il n'y a pas l'alerte précoce et s'il n'y a pas de réponse. Donc les deux sont liés.
Over the last 2 years, the ECOWAS Early Warning Directorate and its sisters department have traveled thousands of kilometers across West Africa to conduct country risk and vulnerability assessment.
The CRVA is a very beautiful exercise. We do gather information on incidents that take place on a daily basis.
These assessments use quantitative data from dozens of datasets, geospatial analysis and incident data, stakeholder network analysis, and rich grassroots interviews.
When you're dealing with dynamic data, you can't see what is underneath, but early warning interrogates that.
We turn this data to meaningful information. We make graphs and the maps and the charts.
Combined, this information is used to identify each country's structural vulnerabilities, event-driven risk, and resilience factors.
All of them can be found within the 5 key sectors of security, crime and criminality, governance, health, and then environment.
This is the first time that a regional organization has completed such a wide-ranging, scientifically grounded, integrated assessment process. This effort was made possible with the support of the United States Agency for International Development.
Depuis 2015, avec l'USAID, nous entretenons de très bonnes relations dans le cadre de la sécurité humaine, à savoir l'alerte précoce.
Presently, we are also working to develop a human security response planning framework, which is a platform that brings various ECOWAS departments, directorates, and divisions to work together.
So many times we had feedbacks from the people and they say, we hear about ECOWAS, but we don't know really what you are doing on the field.
In the past, it was at the high level with decision makers alone. But now, I think this is the real early warning we are going into.
When we talk about intervention, when you actually want to intervene to resolve issues in community, you have to go a bottom-top approach.
And then the Vision 2020 seeks to move away from the concept of ECOWAS of state to ECOWAS of the people.
It brings the people into the conversation of governance and it makes them have a buy-in.
The CRVAs contain specific information about local and subnational dynamics and reveal broader patterns and trends that affect people across West Africa.
When I went for the 3 CRVAs, I came to realize that there's a very big need for us to work directly with the countries, collect information, analyze them, and identify the hotspots.
Je dirais que la valeur ajoutée a été vraiment d'une grande importance pour moi parce qu'elle m'a permis de connaître vraiment la réalité de mon pays.
But when you get out there, you tend to see how people live. There's a total difference, with those in the cities and capitals.
When we get on ground, we get a realistic assessment of the issues and we get recommendations from the people who are being affected.
I've participated in the CRVA for Guinea.
I was in Nigeria CRVA.
I was in Ghana.
I did Cote d'Ivoire, I did Mali, I did Ghana. In Ghana, we went into the Ashanti Kingdom and we were able to see the issue around the mining sector. And in this Kumasi area, young people are jobless. This is all the challenge of the Galamsey issue.
The Nigerian CRVA was quite rich. We had this opportunity to engage with some members of the community, the women, and they told us clearly what was going on. And believe me, I've never seen such profound women before.
Para mim, o momento mais marcante é essa interação com a população local.
And in Ivory Coast, we saw from far a kind of herders-farmers conflict, but when we went on the ground, we saw that there is more ethnicity involved, and this really struck me.
Il y a des choses que dans les médias qui ne sont pas rapportées, qui ne sont pas présentes dans les statistiques, mais que les populations vivent au quotidien. Donc cet exercice a permis de voir dans le détail ces informations qui ne sont pas visibles.
We couldn't have gotten those information through our desktop research, no matter how sophisticated we are.
This was quite instrumental in terms of bridging the gap between the regional body and the ECOWAS citizens. But then how do we move from early warning to early response?
If you look at it, it's like a continuum, just like we did in Gambia, using both the carrot and stick diplomacy.
But the information that we were getting from early warning monitors in the Gambia allow us to have the real picture.
So for political affairs, I think the relevance of early warning is at the heart of the success for any intervention.
Prevention is better than cure. It is better to really set up an environment where we closely look at issues before they evolve and develop into greater conflicts and become a serious burden for the region.
Of all the activities in this whole reward package, this CRVA stands out, and other departments in ECOWAS, they want to conduct research. We say, we have it, and it changes everything. They're coming to us.
We need to continue the partnership. We need more research and local research, regional CRVAs. So we need to go deeper because the realities of our people is far more.
Going forward, ECOWAS has now been empowered to independently conduct regular assessment in the member states. Let's look beyond the reward project, because the more we share tools, the more we share knowledge, the more we collaborate, the stronger we become in addressing the challenges we are faced with.
C'est quand vous avez les informations assez rapidement que vous pouvez avoir des réponses rapides aux défis dans la sous-région.
By anticipating and better responding to threats as they arise, ECOWAS can help build a more peaceful, healthy, and prosperous tomorrow for the people of West Africa.